Your conversation has to do with her receiving alignment.
Yes.
So as a parent, you want her to realize who she is and what alignment is.
Yep.
So that's it.
And how would you describe that? Like, to you, what is helping them find alignment? How do you approach that?
Just helping them realize their dominant emotions, and that surely they can achieve it and experience it without wanting to find different tools to achieve it. Now, it would be a very simple conversation of talking about emotions. But again, you want to do that when you are in your highest or greatest expression of the self, because that's where and when she would tune in, because she is closer to the greatest expression of the self than you anyways.
Mm-hmm.
She's got lesser resistance than you.
Yep.
So the work is you being in alignment, approaching her about the subject.
Yes.
So the question is not about her, it's about you finding alignment and having that conversation from the place of knowing with her. Then she will behave. But every time you try to have a conversation with her, you come from the place of contrast and heart, and she's got lesser resistance, she's smarter, she's more clever, she's not going to behave.
Yes.
That's why you keep practicing frustration chronically.
Yes.
So your tendency is to have a conversation with her out of alignment, because you keep tuning into the behaviors that you see, but those behaviors are only reflecting your state of being when it comes to co-creation with her. Dominantly frustrated.
Yep.
So we think it's not you who is the teacher, we think she is the teacher.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. A great teacher.
So she's teaching you to co-create from the place of knowing, not frustration. Because in your frustration, she can listen because she's closer to that knowing
Yes.
than how close you are. And until you admit this and acknowledge it, nothing will change.
Oh, I totally agree with what you're saying.
And that's the problem with every parent on the planet, because they think, I'm a parent, I know better. No, you don't. They know better vibrationally.
So would you say that children are in close alignment to where you're coming from in terms of knowing?
Absolutely.
Right.
They are tuned in with us and they receive us clearly. So we really don't mind them sitting on their iPads for the day. Because we know that's their pure place of alignment for where they are. It's absolutely perfect from our perspective. We're not challenged by it, because we look into the frequency of what they're doing, not holding an iPad. That's not what we see. We see her state of being. If you could only see her state of being behind the iPad, you won't feel frustrated. You look at the iPad, you feel frustrated. Don't look at the iPad and feel good about it.
So when I see her on the iPad, if I change my perception and think she's in alignment right now, she's enjoying herself, she's in her highest expression, would you say?
The greatest expression of the self.
The greatest expression of the self.
Absolutely she is. So that's it. It's not the iPad, it's her state of being. Her state of being will create her reality. So her state of being could be playing or interacting with you, but creating an illness.
Yes.
Or it can be sitting on her iPad for the day and creating more joyous realities. So the problem is not the iPad, the problem is your perspective about the iPad.
Yes. So all parents need to let their children play on the iPads.
We don't
from
think
now on.
that you guys are going to let go. We think you guys are the ones who are making trouble. We think that these children are perfect and they know better than you guys. They're teachers of alignment, teaching you to receive. Look, what she's receiving must become your focus. We are encouraging you to enjoy watching her receiving. What is she receiving? She's receiving ease. She's receiving the state of being her greatest expression of the self, and the iPad is irrelevant.
So another big lesson in letting go for all parents.
Well, if you only guys listen when we believe that it's very hard for you guys to listen because you want them to become more like you. We don't want them to become like you because you're all screwed up. Because you all have got so much resistance that's unnecessary. And then you come to us, want to have a chat, and the resistance doesn't allow you guys to hear us at all. Some of you guys are completely lost and dead. We look at you and you're gone. You just haven't been buried. And we don't get it. Why this level of resistance?
Must come from somewhere.
Well, that's a good point. The question is, where does it come from?
Exactly.